Alma mater, now we sing, joy to life that thou must bring. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Coco, and I'm coming to y'all with another lit video today. So, like I told y'all, I'm releasing videos every Friday and Monday, or should I say Monday and Friday. I'm releasing new videos, or at least I'm gonna try to. So for today's video, I just wanna, firstly, I wanna say, I have had my opinions about Bennett College. But what I'm also going to say second is I would not be half of the woman that I am today if it wasn't for the experiences that I had at Bennett College. I wrote some notes, y'all, so I can make sure I stay on track, okay? So, Bennett College was founded in 1873 on land purchased by emancipated slaves. Don't play with the ancestors. Once the land was purchased, they began to, have school there, and people were able to come and get educated. But the only thing about Bennett when it first started in 1873 was that it was actually co-ed. But it wasn't until 1926 when the women's mission took over, and that's when it was finally created into an all-girls institution. Now, let's get into my experience on Bennett College campus and at Bennett College and in Greensboro, period. I went to Bennett in 2014. That's when Rich Homie Kwam. Child, I didn't know if I wanted to be a freak no more or if I was just living a lifestyle at that point, because 2014 was a time to be alive, and let's just clear the room right now and let's speak facts when we get spoken. I went to school in 2014 and I majored in political science when I first went to Bennett College. Over time, I did good my freshman year. I made honor roll. I did the do. I didn't really have any problems with adjusting to being away from DC. That was no issue for me. I'm a Sagittarius, so if you know anything about Sagittarius, you know we are the true road runners of the zodiac, and grass does not grow under our feet. So I had no problems being dropped off in North Carolina. It was honestly I had went away to a summer camp and I was gonna come back that girl, and that's really what happened. So I went and I majored in political science first, and that just wasn't the gig for the girl. So I could argue you down now, but the classes to argue with you technically, I'm also argue with you calling your mother a bitch. My swag. But anyway, I was poli-sci at first, and then I changed my major to social work. And because I really have a kind heart. I'm really, I'm soft for real. So I wanted to be a social worker because I have this undeniable drive to help and be there for people. So I wanted to do that on a professional level. Got into that program, liked it, liked what I was learning, liked what I was experiencing, but ultimately it just wasn't for me. So, when you're in school, you're required to take classes of the arts. So that's your theater, your sculpting, your just stuff like that. So when I was taking a theater class, that's when I first was okay, this could be my major. That or JMS, Journalism Media Studies. I really enjoy being in their department too when I would go over and chill with some of my homegirls. And it wasn't until I was just taking her class and I just noticed the amount of fun I was having, but the amount of knowledge that I was soaking up as well. It was crazy. I was this environment is where I need to be. I just decided, what is really going to give you a degree in something that that you're going to make money in regardless, and that you're going to live every day of your life having fun. So I was just theater. I was learning. I was being able to be around different groups of people, diverse people. I just was able to learn a lot once I joined the theater program, and it was just much easier on my education and my matriculation through college. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in fine arts with a classification in theater from Bennett College in May of 2019. I was supposed to come out in 2018, but there were some things that transpired before I was able to graduate, and we'll also get into that. But I graduated. My name is on black and white. The ink dry, and not black and white like how some of y'all name on black and white. All rats must die. Oh, murder! Oh, murder! So, you know, when I first met, of course, now I know y'all want to know, like, what is it like being in a school with all girls? Like, being around all them girls. I know it's all this and that. Let me tell you what. If you gonna let some sock chasers mess up your bag, then that's on you. We all know how women can be. If we being truthful and honest, we've all been that way. We're all human. We all do little messed up raggedy tail stuff, so whatever. But anyway, one thing that I would say is when I first got to Bennett, I did run through a lot of cliques. We did click up often, and that was a thing that we experienced while attending an all-girls school. You just kind of like knew who that girl hung with, or who those girls hung with, or if those girls were quote unquote Bennett girls, and we'll get into that too. It's good sides and it's bad sides, because you know when you run in the clique, it kind of like makes you shunning to other people or groups of people if they're different from you. You can't sit with us, which is not what college is all about. And you have to be open to meeting and exploring new people and letting them meet and explore you. One thing that I would say about my experience down there is, like, if you was a city girl, it was a little bit of feelings towards you. And it wasn't just from students, it was from sometimes staff too, because you know how they feel about city folks in the country. But I feel like ultimately we are loved on the campus. Let's talk about the party scene. One thing about Greensboro, North Carolina, one thing about that college town is you gonna party. So let's see if I could really take y'all down memory lane. If you was in Inferno early Thursday, you was going to school in Greensboro. If you done been to Lotus on Friday or Saturday night, you done had a good time down there. If you have been to Arizona Pete's, okay, you have had a good time. When I tell y'all I was partying Monday through Sunday in Greensboro when I first got down there, it was like crazy. We going out, kickback, house party in the red door. We getting off this campus. And that's another thing about the all-girl thing. Ladies, the boys will come. When you out there and you partying and you enjoying yourself and you ripping and running the main streets, the boys will come. Especially if you know what I'm saying? You know, you right? I know if you watching Miss.COCOs, you right. So like, the dude's gonna come like flies the boo-boo, period. One thing about it, you know, oh yeah, that's a Bennett bill. It was just known about us. They just knew when we stepped in the party, like, yeah, them not, you know what I'm saying? They don't go to no regular school. They go to that all-girls school up the street, yeah. They them girls, yeah. I went through so many phases down there, y'all. It was crazy. But ultimately, you gotta go through phases in life to really get to find out who you are and what you are made of out here. Don't ever be afraid of going through a up and a down. Baby, that don't make or break you. How you get up and how you come back from that is what make you.
Message!
One thing about it, one thing that they could never say about this one is I don't finish what I start. I may have gotten pregnant. I may have brought home a 1.9 GPA my sophomore year. It was forces, but okay. But one thing about it, Miss.COCOs finished school. Another thing that I could say about Bennett is that when they talk sisterhood, it's really subjective. Like, you find your tribe at the end of the day. Me personally, I found my tribe when I went to school. I hung with a lot of different girls. But what I will say about hanging with a lot of different girls is now I have so many different connections and people who love me from different walks of life, whether we are kikiing on the phone every other day or if we talking to each other through Instagram. I have connections everywhere. You know, like We all women, like I kept trying to tell y'all before, like we have our ways, we have, you know, mannerisms about us and things that we do that are just different from the next woman. And sometimes instead of trying to understand what we don't understand, we fight what we don't understand. We shun what we don't understand. We make fun of what we don't understand. And sometimes, better yet, all the times, it's our number one and main flaw. So once I found my tribe of friends, literally the girls that I started to hang with around my junior year of school, really, we all just pushed each other in a different direction. We were partying more mature. We were studying more mature. We were getting into more, we were dressing more mature. We were getting into more mature things. And that's just what it was all about. Like, we were able to build each other up as sisters. The girls that I met from Bennett, I would never let them go, ever. Even if we don't speak on a consistent basis, or my times that I had with some of those girls in Bennett, I would never let them go, ever. Like, they're very dear to me and true to me. And I wouldn't have been able to have those experiences that I had that, you know, toughened this pretty skin if it wasn't for being immersed in that environment down in Greensboro. Bennett is serious. We are women. And they truly believe in those old school rules of how a woman should be. But we had curfew, child. I think it was, what, like 11 on weekdays or 10 on weekdays and midnight on the weekends. I'm not coming in here no 12, 11 o'clock. So what we would do is we would wait until it was quiet. There's a church mouse in there. And we would sneak out the window. It was really that simple. One helped the other. And sis, if you was last, you better have some upper body strength, because we was going to pull you through the window. Booking it from the public safety. We had to be cut different to go to Bennett. We had, you know, like, and just the rebellion in some of us was just like, wow, you know. But I'm not advising y'all to do that, though. Follow the curfew. It's good for y'all. It's good for y'all. It was a time. It was a time, young, for real. Like, Bennett, as far as the education was concerned, you know, you liable for your teacher to pull up on you in the calf type time, like, and come sit beside you, like, you know, what's up with you not being in my class, but you're here for Fried Chicken Wednesday. As far as the calf, Fried Chicken Wednesday, you miss Fried Chicken Wednesday, man, talk about sick. Anyway, that's how a lot of y'all came in there, you know, poop, 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 and left, boop, 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 you know, from that cast. But anyway, you want to know some pros? You go to a co-ed school. Go to a co-ed school and see who gonna put your lashes on. Who gonna have a pad for you? Who gonna have Dove soap? Because dudes don't use Dove. Dudes don't even use washcloths. Who gonna have an earring for you, a heel for you, if that don't match, if you don't go to an all-female school? Not saying that you can't get the experience at another place, but come on, it's all girls here. If this sister don't have it, the next one will. Come on now, let's play smarter, not harder, okay? It's a whole different experience altogether. Like, being in an environment where the women look like me, they spoke like me, you know, and they had been through, if not what I've been through or worse, gave me a different set of knowledge. Like, dang, you've been through all that. And the stuff we going through, not to minimize at all, and the stuff we going through compared to the stuff that the women that came before us went through, like, we really not in the big leagues. Like, going to Bennett really was an awesome and great experience. And I hope anyone who gets to watch this video, who gets to see this video, that's a female, that's considering going to a school, I really do hope that you consider Bennett College, that you don't X us off the list, because there is greatness in Bennett College, and that can be found in Bennett College. But don't take it from me, take it from some of my homegirls.
Hi, my name is India Love, and when I attended Bennett College, my major was Journalism Media Studies, and I feel like I have so many good memories from Bennett, but some of the greatest memories I've created and made came from the bonds that I've made from Bennett College. Like, my lifelong friends came from Bennett College. I met them at Bennett College. So that's one of the greatest things that ever happened to me at Bennett College.
Hey party people, it's your girl Gianni Pearson, aka the Phenom GP. Just came on here to say a few words about my experience. If you do not know, I did attend Bennett College for Women in Greensboro, North Carolina. My major was journalism media studies with a focus in radio, so that's where I wanted to be. One thing I took from that was definitely my professors. I had 3 amazing professors, y'all. One's personally who got me up out my bed on days that I didn't want to be bothered, and others who now still sends me recommendations. So I think it's very important for everyone to have that type of support, for someone to encourage you, to push you to your limits when you don't want to be pushed. So shout out to Bennett, shout out to my HBCU, and shout out to you, Monica, babe.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm a class of 2018 Bennett alumni. My major was journalism media studies, and the one positive takeaway that I can say came from Bennett was me really pushing myself. Before I went to school, I wasn't really someone that like pushed my limits. So I definitely pushed my limits in regards to the things that I wanted to do in my career path, and just getting myself out my comfort zone in those ways. Like, anybody would tell you that especially in the JMS department, like, we push each other. But I definitely was always on the go, whether it was Atlanta, working a music festival, a Spotify conference. I was just always doing something. Even when it came to, like, you know, live streaming and recording, I was always on the move, and I really had to push myself. And I don't know if I would have if I didn't go to Bennett. So I'm really, really grateful.
It was lit, cheap. So I can honestly say just North Carolina, period, and going to Bennett. It was just a great experience. I met some of the most amazing women. Overall, Bennett was just a cool school. And I don't say it because of the party and all that, but I've met some great people at Bennett. I got to learn more about myself than I've known.
Hi, my name is Najee, and I'm currently a junior at Bennett College, majoring in biology. One positive thing about Bennett is that they really helped shape me into the woman that I am, and also they helped shape my attitude, because I was a little feisty thing. But like, I can honestly say, like, Bennett help give you patience, like, because being though you with a lot of females, like, you gotta have patience, like, cause I was used to be ready to slap, you know, but you really gotta have patience. I just love the one-on-one that you got with Bennett, because being though it was an all girls school and it was small, you could go to your professors any time of the day.
Hello everyone, my name is Kayana Mouse. I graduated May 2018, and my major was journalism and media studies. So let's get straight to the experience. When it comes to the experience at Bennett, you have to make your own. I'ma just be real. You got to make your own experience. It's not like going to a state school. Like, our school is private. It's a private institution. So you go and you have to step outside your shell, especially like if you're not from the area. I'm from DC. I was all the way in Greensboro at the age of 17. I adapted. I enjoyed myself. People would come to you and they would say bad things about their experience. I'm not going to say my experience was the best, but it damn sure wasn't the worst. Excuse my language. So I was able to meet women from different states. I met girls from different states. I was able to go back home with them, or they were able to go back home with me during the holidays and go party. And if you know me, you know I love a good party. And, you know, network. I have so many friends. Like, I have friends in North Carolina. I have friends in New York. You know, like, I was able to go around and, like, do different things. So, you know, you just learn how to deal with women at Bennett. Not only that, I also worked at the club. I worked at Green Street nightclub as a bottle girl, and I worked at Hooters as a server. I was able to build so many connections with people, and I still talk to these people to this day. Like, if I wanted to go to North Carolina and move back there and get a job, I'll be able to. So
listen, if you want to go to Bennett, you got to make your own decision. And when you go and make your decision to go, stick with your decision. Like, if that's what you want to do, make your own experience. Don't let my experience determine yours.
Thank y'all for tuning into my video. I really appreciate all the support that y'all have been giving me. And I hope that y'all continue to tune in.